What up, y'all? Welcome back to Cosmic Creatives. This is episode 4 of our brand new series where we bring on brand new artists that, just need to be heard and need to be shared with the world. Our newest artist is no exception to the rule. He actually won our open mic competition a few weeks back, our first one called Signal, which, by the way, you guys can hop on this too and get your interview on and do all that as well. But AntSoul, how you doing, man?
I'm doing amazing, fantastic, excellent, man. Great, all that good stuff.
So like we said, you won our open mic competition, but the thing about it is that all the previous guests that I brought on here actually know a lot about, but I don't know shit about you. You know what I'm saying? You pulled up kind of like a dark crusader pulling up and just bodying the fucking open mic. So this is a good chance to get to know you.
Okay.
So who is AntSoul? Like, where are you from? You from Phoenix or what?
I'm from Gardena, California, in Los Angeles, South LA. Yeah.
Dope. So when did you come out to where we at, Phoenix?
Yeah, I've been here for 10 years. I came out here in 2013 for school at ASU, and just started making music about my sophomore year. That's when I started getting serious about it, or I started taking it more seriously. And then I just took it off. Like, it just got really good about last year.
Dope. So, yeah, you got some dope shit, man. I really appreciate your music. That's why we chose you. At least why I chose you, because I felt that you lived up to your name, AntSoul. So, I mean, why did you choose the name AntSoul? Obviously, you do like soul-related music, but why did you choose that name?
To be honest, I wanted to do a name that I thought was dope, first off. And I think AntSoul is dope because I think a lot of us have, our own experiences. I'm not trying to get too deep, but we all have our own experiences, and everybody has a different type of soul. So this is my soul. So AntSoul is meant to like penetrate, like make sure it hits you in your soul. I like to talk from my experience. So, the soul that's experiencing this whole life, everything that's going on, make sure that people see that it's my point of view, but also I want everybody to make sure that they feel connected at the same time.
Absolutely.
I don't know if that makes sense.
No, it does. I think that's like one of the most important things about music that people seem to overlook, because I think a lot of people see this as an opportunity to like make money and, like, I'm gonna get rich and become the next bigger thing. But if you're just doing it for the sake of like expressing yourself and getting your music out there and being heard, the rewards end up reaping themselves in ways that you don't necessarily expect.
Yeah, I agree. I think I gave up on the rich and famous aspect. I actually haven't made. I think the only money I really made was maybe like $300-400 total over like 4 years. So I gave up on that aspect, and I'm really doing it because I love making music. I genuinely love making music. I love writing. I just love when a beat comes on and I could just hear like different ways to attack it, and
it's definitely a mindset that you gotta definitely like
get
into. You feel me, bro? Like, if you don't mind me asking, bro, like, how old are you?
27.
You're 27.
Turning 28 this year. Yeah.
But you're actually a lot younger.
I look younger, huh?
You look younger for sure.
What y'all going for? What you think?
I was thinking like 23.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have said like 23, 24.
Yeah.
But like, no, you also have like a young soul too. So
yeah, definitely.
Like you're,
27.
Yeah.
Nah, definitely. I've been getting that my whole life, and then I work with kids every day coaching. So coaching this program called Hoop Code. So they keep me young, and then I don't know.
What's the program called?
Hoop Code.
Hoop Code.
Yeah.
So you like a basketball fanatic, or is that like?
I am a basketball fanatic. I love basketball. I know it like the back of my hand, but I love coaching. I didn't think that I love coaching so much. So it's helped me in different areas, just being able to see people more at their, like, I think a lot of adults are just kids that are grown up,
sure,
to be honest. So it lets me see people in a different light, not a different light, but just more honest than before. I don't know. I love coaching. Basketball is my thing. That's what I do. So like tonight I got work from 4 to 9:30. Tomorrow I'm coaching right before the performance.
Gotcha. So you went to school for that, or?
No, I went to school for computer science. Basically, I went to school for computer science. Tried to get a certificate in video game creation, video game development. Ended up finishing school with computer informatics, like computer science and digital culture. So like I'm pretty good with technology.
That's dope. That's something that you're gonna like come back around to, or is that like something just you did, but then you realized that you wanted to go a different direction?
Well, it's a daily grind, man. It's a daily grind. Life is long, a lot of twists and turns. So right now, the idea is to get a job in Salesforce administration, working with software and working with like automation and technology. Then I could be able to fund my music a little bit more, be able to do more of my music and create more time for myself to do music instead of working every single night on other stuff and just focus on music more.
Yeah, funding is extremely important.
Yeah, balance.
Yeah.
You gotta time management is definitely one of the best things to have in your artist.
Yeah, for sure.
Like being able to music and school and your coaching and stuff all that have that lined up. A good example that I liked was Eminem when he was doing the Akon song and Akon was talking about it. That he goes in at 8 o'clock and then at 5 o'clock, Eminem's like, all right, yo, I'm out. He's like, yo, bro, we're not done with the song. It's like, bro, I got time, but I gotta go now. Saying just mapping shit out and having that good time management.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't the time management. I feel that. Sometimes I just get so caught up in making music that I'm making music for I'm like, what is it? Okay, maybe it's because I like to procrastinate, but I'll start off let me just put on a freestyle. Next thing you know, I'm making a whole song. I'm making two verses and I'm working on a hook. Next thing you know, it's 2 hours later and I came up with a song. So on that aspect, my time management is horrible. I get caught up in making a good song and it takes too long.
Well, I mean, that's just the art though, right?
Yeah.
I feel like you shouldn't ever rush the art.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of like the pressures that the current generation, or even just like artists in general, deal with, is that they feel like they're against some type of imaginary clock that's out there where it's like, oh, my music needs to be heard. But if you're out there making timeless music, you can take as much time as you want.
Yeah,
that's what it really comes down to. Yeah. But let's talk about the music a little bit. Like, what made you decide to even pursue hip hop? Like, what are your influences? What were your parents playing around the house when you were young? Like, talk straight.
So hopefully I'm not giving too much away, but grew up with my mom, and then my dad, they divorced when I was young. And I grew up with my mom. She actually didn't really play hip hop music a lot. But my dad is a DJ. So my dad's been DJing since he was in high school. So
my dad's a DJ too.
Yeah. So I grew up around music my whole life, but I never took in rap, like actual rap, and it was just never even a thought. I think my earliest memory of music goes back to Lil Wayne, the first time I could really say, okay, I'm remembering these lyrics. I want to know the whole song. Lil Wayne, fuck.
A Millie.
No, younger than that.
Go DJ.
Mr. 101, the hottest nigga under the sun. That might be.
Man. Is that the one you're talking about?
I think that's Go DJ.
I think that's Go DJ, yeah.
Yeah, Go DJ is my first song. Go DJ and Hate It or Love It, the Underdogs on top.
You have 50 Cent?
Hate It or Love It, 50 Cent in the Game. Those two songs back in, I like to say high school, my freshman year in high school, that's all I listened to. I had those songs on repeat. And I was really good at memorizing. I've never had a problem with picking up the melodies from a song even when I was younger. And then when I got to high school, my sophomore, junior year, have you guys heard of Iron Solomon?
Yeah.
Chance? So my friend Chudy put me on to actually rap music. Let me give him a shout out. He put me on to rap music, downloading songs on your PSP, your iPod, whatever. And they were playing Iron Solomon in the summer, and I remember he was just roasting cats. And Iron Solomon, Shirt and Tie, part 1, part 2, just had me laughing. And I was like, damn, that's so cool how he's freestyling, making me laugh. It was a combination of Iron Solomon and these guys that great at rapping. Their name is Palmer Squares. These two cats named Palmer Squares. They had a crazy ass freestyle. You guys should check out. I can't remember the name of it right now because my mind is going blank. So those 3 people, Iron Solomon, Palmer Squares is a group, crazy ass freestyle. They just made me want to freestyle, to be honest. And I just started trying it. And I was like, I like trying it. And I always talked in high school. Started writing songs, tried to write lyrics. Made my little song with my friend. He killed me on that. And looking back, in retrospect, I thought my verse was good, but when I listened to it a couple times, even today, and I was like, nah, he had a really good verse. I didn't think he was that good at the time, no offense to him, but I was like, mine is better. Looking back, he killed me. And I don't know, I just kept making music. I never stopped. There's never been a period where I stopped making music. So for the last 10 years, I've just been constantly working on that.
So that's something that you see that you're gonna be doing for the rest of your life, no matter what.
Yeah, I don't know why, but as a kid, I always grew up like wanted to be an actor, you know, on the screen, perform. Like I'm good with the masses of people. I always felt like I was good talking to a masses of people, but just it never clicked until I guess my couple years after high school, after college. I was like, I really love making music. Like music and a lot. Can I say the N-word or not?
You can say whatever you want, man.
A lot of niggas love music and basketball, or they love sports and music. I think a lot of people do. A lot of guys do. I don't know. But I know for me, like, I really love making music. Like, when I love something, I love it. Like, the bad parts and the good parts. So,
like the process of it, like the creation of it.
Yeah. Even when I get stuck, like, if I'm stuck on a song, like, I've been trying to make a song for, like, sometimes 6 months. Like, one of my favorite songs I made is called Yin and Yang. It took me, like, 6 months because the beat was so hard to master. At the time, yeah. Like, it was like, how am I going to make this the best of what I can make at the time? It took me a long time, and I fucking love that song.
What do you think is like one of the most important aspects of being an artist or like a musician?
The most important aspects. I think I didn't already touch on it, but I think you gotta love it. You have to love music. Like even at we had the open mic, and all the artists came up. Maybe it's me. I don't know. I have a terrible habit of finding a love for everything or appreciating everything. So even somebody, a homeboy that was kind of like nervous, like I was still listening, I was trying to see from his artist perspective why he thought like, all right, this is fire. And he had a really good song. And I was like, yeah, because he put a lot into it, just like the performance aspect wasn't there. But his song was good. And I was like, okay, yeah, he's got the hook, he's got the verses. He changed up his cadence a little bit, like he changed up his flow within the song. I was like, oh yeah, like I feel like you gotta love music, you gotta love the art, like you gotta understand like art is everything, like art of speech, art of friendships, art of basketball, the art of everything. You have to understand there's an art to everything that you do in life, and once you like you find out, okay, you can love this in a certain way, you can spread that love. Like,
yeah, I think that's like what you're touching on is like the caring aspect of it, because especially like when you get into the industry and you start like you're signed to a major record label or whatever, and they want you to get the album out before a certain amount of time. Now all of a sudden you're making music that's not necessarily from your core.
Right.
It's music that you have to make because it pays the bills.
Right.
And that's always like a dangerous line that artists walk when it comes to try to monetize their art. Because it's like, you know, you might have a hit single, right, that goes viral on TikTok, and all of a sudden, I talk to Joey about this all the time, about how like it's dangerous when you post on TikTok and you go viral for that one thing, because then you become known for that, right?
Yeah.
Same thing with your music. If you blew up on one of your singles, next thing you know, you're trying to recreate that single over and over again. You're not like trusting your artistry anymore, because you just rather like, you know, make that money or do what you need to do, which is fair, right? Because we want to be able to, you know, to have a livelihood off our art and our talent, but it's a weird balance. Would you ever like sign a major record deal? Like if, I don't know, Puff Daddy, Diddy, wherever he's calling himself right now, pulled up and was like, here's a big old fat contract. I'm gonna own your music and your masters for 20 years, but you'll get to do whatever the hell you want, basically.
Crazy. So I thought about that a lot of times. I stay up late thinking a lot, and I always said this, even like years ago. I was like, okay, if somebody sees the potential in you and wants to invest this much into you, that means you have something, right? So that means if whoever it is was like, yeah, you got something, at the end of the day, they see what I've already believed in myself this whole time. I don't know if I dive into the pressure. I don't know if I give it to the pressure, like I got to do this now, because I almost already did that. Just because I wanted to, but at the same time, like I feel like I'm capping. I'll probably say yes, but I hope I don't. Like I want to I just want the exposure.
Sure.
More than anything.
You want to be heard.
Yeah, that's it. Like,
right.
I think the exposure is the biggest part.
Well, I mean, so
and the connections, I guess.
What are your ultimate goals and like dreams as an artist? Like, do you have like an ultimate passion or vision, or where you see like AntSoul 20, 30 years from now?
All right, y'all don't have to, but like, I close my eyes, right? And I just imagine a show, you know, those shows that they see, like when it's like hella people, like a crowd full of people, and it's just a big stadium, arena, Coachella, whatever it is.
Sure.
And everybody's just got their hands on top, like over each other, like everybody just in a good mood and just loving each other in a good way, and just like saying every word to one of my songs. That I got a couple of songs I could hear people reciting over and over again and having a good time to it. My only problem is like I got to make a song for other people. Right now I'm making it for me, like from my perspective. But I mean, I want to make a song where everybody can have fun. I made one, but it needs a little bit of work.
You're talking about, I don't know, like Pharrell's Happy.
No.
Like something more relatable.
Yeah.
Being esoteric. Like,
well, I mean, Kendrick Lamar has made a whole career off of being introspective.
I know. That's the whole point.
But
like,
at the same time, Kendrick Lamar is extremely talented in the department of the delivery aspect of it.
Yeah.
Which I'm not saying you're not. I'm just saying that like that's like what the give and take is.
Yeah.
Is that even if you don't get like his introverted esoteric raps, he still delivers it in a way that's enjoyable.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
No, for sure. Yeah. Basically like that, like Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole level.
I feel like in the beginning though, when Kendrick did come out, he was making a lot of music that was for the people. It was like he started out in that, like he was making that Michael Jordan, you know what I'm saying? He was making these songs that were like real, like he tried to be mainstream.
He tried, yeah.
And then when he popped off of Section 80, he went into more introspective. So
yeah.
I feel like there's a balance that you could possibly find with, you know, mixing a little bit of each, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like just catching cadences and different melodies would definitely help with that. So.
Yeah. And that's where growth comes from, you know what I mean? I think growth is, the biggest part of growth is being somewhere that you're not good at. Just for me. Just me making music for multiple aspects of people. I don't mind getting on the EDM track, trying that out.
Yeah.
I can't sing, but I definitely got some tracks that I've conjured up to sing. Like I feel like a good artist. Like of course, people say you got to stay in your lane. I think you got to stay true to yourself and also try to branch out and see. I feel like you always got to touch on something different. You got to try something different.
You never know what'll hit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like going back to what Jaron said, it's like that Ice Spice effect, you know what I'm saying? Like she dropped that Munch song. Now if you notice, every single song that she has after that kind of sounds similar to Munch.
She's rapping the same way in the same beats,
It's like the same thing. So it's like, it is true. Once you find that one song that it's like, oh damn, they fuck with this, I should make 10 more like this so I can get that bag.
Yeah. So that's a funny point. I was talking to somebody a couple weeks ago. I said, what do you think about Ice Spice? And I think somebody said they don't like her and they don't think she's good. I can't remember what they said, but I remember I was thinking, I actually think she's good. I think she's a good artist, which is not funny, but like, yeah, she makes good music, but from an artist standpoint, the way that she rides a beat very well. I don't know. Her cadence is really good. Like like she rides it very well. And then I think it's impressive how she keeps the flow. Like it's like so, I don't know, it's so on point.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's weird. But I was listening to the track that kind of before Munch. She had a track before Munch. You Did Me Dirt. Like, What Did I Do? Have you guys heard that one?
I haven't heard that one. I think I've heard 1.5 Ice Spice songs in my career. Yeah.
So the song before Munch is like, You Did Me Dirt. Like, What Did I Do? And then some shit, I can't remember. Like, it's actually a good song. It was before Munch is her song that's high, but like before that, I was like, oh, she's actually not bad. And next thing you know, Munch blew up, and I was like, oh, of course.
Yeah, a lot of it, I feel like a lot of it is that I've heard plenty of better rappers that are females that is not as
for sure
as Ice Spice. I feel like that's where Ice Spice gets the little push because she's marketable.
Let me ask you a question: Ice Spice or Glorilla? Which one is better? Do you think is better?
Which one do I think is better?
I like Glorilla a lot better than Ice Spice.
Yeah.
I actually had this conversation with myself in the car yesterday because Glorilla came on and I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
And it's weird. It's a weird discussion because it's like she has a deeper voice and she does sound like a boy.
Oh, for sure.
on some tracks. And maybe that's why I like her more. I don't know, because I guess it's more aggressive and all that. Ice Spice just sounds very weak to me.
Really?
She has she's very dainty as an artist, you know what I'm saying? And hip hop has always been an aggressive art form, you know what I'm saying? You have to come in there. Like, I don't see Ice Spice going into a cypher eating MCs up, you know what I'm saying? It's not gonna happen. But I can kind of see Cardi B doing that though, right? Because she has the attitude. And
Cardi B's a dog.
You know what I'm saying? But she has the attitude. So does Nicki Minaj, you know what I'm saying? All these other female rappers, Glorilla's in that same category. But Ice Spice, I don't know, she's like a Barbie doll. That's how I feel about her.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like it comes down to her being marketable. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she can sell records for sure though.
Glorilla has that fire ass song with Cardi. You know what I'm saying? But it's like right now that song with Nicki that Ice Spice just dropped is getting a lot more push than that song did with Cardi. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like because of the marketability.
But it's super quick though. It's super quick how fast these songs are coming in and out.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? That's one thing I'm not scared of, but like I'm not being aware of, but like I'm seeing like I can't even tell you who was hot last year.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Lil Baby.
Oh shit.
Yeah. That's about it though. But, but going back to it though, it's like with Ice Spice, it's very like kind of Doja Cat vibes. Like Doja Cat's actually a really good rapper.
The same thing I'm saying.
She can rap.
Right.
But
right.
she pivoted a long time ago.
Yeah.
She's like, fuck that, I'm going pop as fuck.
Yeah, she is.
Her last album is still all over the radio, still on top of the charts, and she just came out recently and said, well, I'm going back to the rap shit. And it's like, is that really gonna work out for you the way you think it is? Because most people who fuck with you don't listen to rap. You know what I'm saying? You're over here making songs on the weekend and shit.
Yeah.
So, you know,
that's the thing about.
I see Ice Spice in the same like lane where it's like she's gonna wind up like, you know, fuck it, I'm just gonna go pop.
Well,
because she's cute and she got the look and she can do that. She just needs some writers behind her.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm not scared of, but like I think for me personally, I of course somebody says I don't like it. I said, why don't you like my song? Okay, what about it don't you like it? Like I want to know why, right? And then if they say whatever they say, I say, okay, that makes sense. Okay, I could be better. Or I just say, I got to make a better song, fuck it, right? But when you get to that, I'm talking like I'm there already, but when you get to that level where everybody loves your music, like, of course you're making it for the people, but at the end of the day, you're still an artist, it's still your life. So it's like, you gotta, I don't know, I feel like you just can't please everybody. Like somebody's not gonna fuck with it. Like, nope, everybody's not gonna fuck with it. Sometimes you just gotta do your thing. Like, my favorite rapper, J. Cole, all time. I'm saying that fully, 100%. But at the same time, they say that Drake said it. You got Drake in that season. I miss the J. Cole that I got when I was in high school and I had
mixtape J. Cole.
I miss it. You put on any of those songs, I start rapping with a smile.
Yeah.
Nowadays,
like
I
the
can't.
Simba series and all that. Yeah.
Yeah. But now he's still good. He's still great. Like he still has great bars. But I just miss like just straight up rap. Like I don't know, it hurts.
Well, so a lot of it for me, and I talk about this all the time, is that I'm a storyteller. I call myself a multimedia artist, and for me, it's all about artists being able to tell their story. And watching that story like play out is one of the most satisfying things as a fan or a supporter of artists. For me, J. Cole, his story ended a long time ago. When he formed Dreamville. That was basically like, you know what I'm saying, like he did all the things that a rapper could do. You know what I'm saying? And now, and now he's just out there just rapping, just tearing up tracks and stuff. And it's like, oh man, he's so dope. But it's like, what else can J. Cole really do in the realm of hip hop that hasn't already been done unless he goes full Jay-Z? You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
And switches lanes or like goes more pop and all that. He's like kind of like the peak of like what a rapper should be, him and Kendrick.
Yeah,
in terms of just like being able to rap their way to the top of the charts.
Didn't even think about it like that.
You know what I'm saying? So like his story on the mixtape, he was still trying to get that story, right? And so I'm rooting for him. And yeah, I'm signed J. Cole. But it's actually funny, like the moment that Jay-Z signed him, I kind of was like, okay, we'll see how this goes. First album, to me, I think his first album is very mid, in my opinion.
Which one?
The Sideline Story. Because it has that, like, I just got signed feel to it. Actually, and then after that, he kind of settled into, like, where he's at now. I love J. Cole as a rapper, but that first two albums was, like, him trying to go pop. He had these pop singles, like the Workout song. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Trying to hit the radio, trying to be like Kanye, doing all these things. And it's like, cool, we get that, but your story is not done yet, so keep telling that story.
For sure.
And then he formed Dreamville. Now he has all these other artists who have new stories for us to tell, like J.I.D., Jid, whatever you want to call him, one of my favorite artists out right now. You know what I'm saying? I fucking love Jid. Like, fucking, that dude is fucking sick as fuck.
Yeah, he is.
And
he's
he has
crazy.
A brand new story to fucking, to be told.
Facts.
That's, to me, more interesting than J. Cole, where he's at right now.
Yeah, I agree. Sideline Story, I don't know where I'll put it on my list, But one album that I slept on heavily at the time, and then looking back, this whole thing is a masterpiece. Is Born Sinner is actually my favorite J. Cole album so far. I don't remember. Yeah, Born Sinner is definitely number one. The mixtapes go above both of those, but Born Sinner definitely my number one. You guys didn't ask my number 5, 1 through 5, but I'm just gonna say, you're right though. When he first came out, like, Sideline Story he probably was very successful in selling records, but from an artist perspective, it was a flop.
He kind of betrayed himself a little bit,
and he knows he did. That's why he made Let Nas Down.
Yeah.
But I mean, everybody.
He's one of the most honest rappers in the industry, which is why I love him, because the fact that he might be like, didn't go as well as I wanted to, but I'm back in it. And so he's very dedicated, and that's like what's very important, because as we get older, and our generation in particular, I'm talking about between, because I'm 38, I'm old as fuck. I like to keep myself in that generation, because but from ages 28 to 38, this is the most important generation when it comes to hip hop right now, because we're kind of carrying the torch of what the kids listen to. Mm-hmm. And artists like J. Cole, Kendrick, ASAP Rocky, Drake, they're all in that age range. And so like when people look at hip hop right now, they're not looking at Black Thought, Nas, and Jay-Z, even though they're some of the greatest rappers of all time. They're looking at Kendrick, Cole, and Drake.
Right.
So what those three do is extremely important in terms of how they move. And it's interesting because they're all moving in vastly different directions right now.
Yes, they are.
Like you have Kendrick, who's like doing super introspective, like super pro-black, super being like, yo, focus on your mental health. You have J. Cole being like, well, it's kind of like a team thing for me. Put others on, go do collabs with other people, go be great, and just go fucking focus on the rap. And you have Drake, who's just out there fucking hoes. Getting shippers pregnant. Drake seems to be enjoying himself the most out of the three of them. So
hey man, Drake, I like Drake. I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to get on that, but yeah, I agree with everything you're saying. That's funny.
So do you have any music out right now? Like, did you ever like release any projects or anything like that? Or
yeah, I have I got 4, if I'm correct, 4 mixtapes out. All not on major streaming platforms, just basically my first one is on
DatPiff.
Yeah.
Is it on DatPiff?
Yeah.
That's dope. I have a mixtape on DatPiff too.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, back in the day. The Flower Project, which is, I like listening to it. I like remembering when I started. Like literally that's where I started. And I remember, am I gonna make a better project than this? I thought it was golden from beginning to end. Then I made my second one, While Y'all Were Gone. That one was really good. And then I think I made a little side little mixtape, little EP. Then I made God, man, when the lights is right, you just forget some shit.
No pressure.
Then I made Purple Summer. Purple Summer was, I'm just personally like coming from myself.
Purple Summer, is that weed themed?
No. Purple Summer is passion.
Okay.
It comes from passion. Summertime is where a lot of shit happens.
Gotcha.
And you just go through a lot of things in the summer.
Sure.
I love that album or that mixtape. Purple Summer is pretty damn good. I make my music from, there's going to be somebody that if I get to that certain level that I see myself at, somebody's going to hear my music, and I don't want them to be like, this nigga's trash.
Right. Well,
or number one was he started off as trash, but he got better. So
I think that's better though.
Yeah. Purple Summer was like, I'm not saying it's not as good as a J. Cole mixtape, but I'm not going to lie. I love that shit.
If you dig deep enough and you search enough, you can go find my very, very first album called Notebook. It came out in 2006. I made this shit in my room with a Roland MC 307 thing, whatever. A lot of people tell me they like this album, but to me, this album's fucking trash. So if you go listen to this album, you go listen to my latest album, The Setting Sun, you'll hear like this massive, progression in everything from quality, flow, presentation, all that shit. And so, but I always like wrestle with myself because I would go and listen to that album time to time to keep my ass humble. And it was, I should take this shit down, man, because people are gonna fucking find this shit and try to embarrass me with it. But at the same time, though, it's almost like, look what you just said, like being able to find that music when they first started and be able to grow with that artist is like one of the best feelings you can have as a human, really. Like finding J. Cole, like first mixtape and
the
being
therapist.
Yeah,
I don't know if y'all.
Yeah, actually, I used to know a guy who actually worked with him when he lived in New Mexico. That's a therapist.
Oh, he lived in New Mexico?
Yeah, he used to work with this guy named Scorpio Flow. and they actually worked. He didn't live in New Mexico, but Scorpio Flow was his producer as a therapist, and so he was going back and forth.
I
it was
didn't know
actually
that
funny because
it's funny.
somebody had that guy. He's like, hey, I got these J. Cole verses for sale. He was trying to sell like J. Cole's old verses as a therapist. It was tempting. I was like, man, how much you selling them for? He's like, well, a couple thousand. He's like,
Wow, I did not know that. I'm telling you that when I say that's my favorite artist, like I made an album off of his unreleased stuff, not unreleased, but like his not major release stuff. I named it Hard to Find, and it's like I got like my own personal J. Cole mixtape of all like his low key songs, like his. I can name tracks that I don't know if you guys heard before, but that's funny.
Well,
that's super funny.
You may be on a J. Cole pursuit, man. Just keep it up, man. Next time, we really appreciate your music and what you do. So
thank you.
So is there tracks on all streaming platforms though?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Money Trees. I think you guys put it on. Yeah. Money Trees is on all streaming platforms. I got this other track called The Heart Part. I like to say part 1, but it might be part 2. I can't remember. This other song that doesn't get any love called Heads Cut Off. I like that track.
You said it doesn't get any love.
Doesn't get any love.
Is that because you didn't push it enough, or just because you?
I don't push it enough.
Okay.
I think my problem is I got so many tracks, like so many, and I got a problem of I want to do things in order. So, like if I push out a song, I don't go, hey, listen to my track. I'll be like, I'm just putting this out there just so somebody can hear it.
Sure.
And I'm not waiting, but I'm preparing for the next mixtape / album. That's the one I want to push out like 100%, like to everybody. But my problem is it really does take a team.
Or a bunch of money.
Yeah, a team or a bunch of money. I believe that I cannot do this on my own. I realized that like a couple months ago. But it's either I can't do it on my own or I got to make a lot of money.
I think it's actually easier to do it by yourself nowadays, but the thing about it is that you have to dedicate more time to it.
Yeah.
If you're still stacking bread and trying to get your life together and do this and that, maybe meet a girl, get a kid, do all that, like you gotta divert your focus a little bit.
No, yeah, definitely.
Or you can go all the way in. A lot of artists do that.
Yeah.
But that might not work out. It's such a risky move to be an artist, like wholeheartedly, because you never know how it might go. But you're also extremely fucking talented in the technology game, though. So you got a degree in the tech world. Yeah. Have you thought about ways that you can synergize those two things, like your art with your tech?
For sure. ASU I was in interdisciplinary schools, and what it is they put 2 disciplines together. Mm-hmm. So it's like putting computer science with digital culture and making it one. I don't know if you guys know what digital culture is. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I was thinking like using QR codes, simple stuff. Like one day, like doing QR codes, put a sticker somewhere, like make like 1,000 stickers, put them up different places.
I actually have an artist, a friend, shout out Blaine Coffee, who did that exact same thing. He printed up 20,000 stickers with a QR code, and he went to South by Southwest and just littered the whole place, stickers everywhere of his face, just all over the place.
Of his face?
Yeah. But
how did that go?
Pretty well. I mean, that was like 5 or 6 years ago at this point. I mean, he's obviously not famous now, but he got some good streams off of that for sure.
Yeah.
Because a lot of it is about diverting people's attention to one source, and that's like the hard part. And it gets harder because there's so many social media channels out there now. So it's like your crowd on Instagram might not be the same crowd on TikTok, might not be the same crowd on Facebook, might not be the same on your email list. You know what I'm saying? And then you have to figure out a way to like find a singular point that they can all resonate with, or go in all those different directions. And both are exhausting.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No.
I don't even have a TikTok, and that's my problem. Can you press that close button? That's the 20%. My battery is horrible.
You're good? Yeah. I mean, I rarely use TikTok.
I don't even have a TikTok, to be honest.
I hate the app. I honestly hate it a lot, but I have to use it because part of my job is a social media marketer, so I market for other people. By force. So I have to use it, and then I went mini viral on a video that I did a long time ago, which is actually what I was talking about I was talking about black people hairstyles in video games and how there's not like a lot of diverse styles, and that shit blew up, and it had all these people being like, whoa, go play NBA 2K. Anyways, and I realized when I made that video, because I try to make, because you know, you go viral on TikTok and you're like, oh, I'm famous now. Let me go make some other content that now that I'm famous. It doesn't work that way. You are stuck in that lane because I made like a bunch of other videos about like my music and this other shit that I was into. None of them popped off. I made another video about black people hairstyles and video games, popped off again. So like TikTok is like, well, that's what you do now. That's what people want from you.
Crazy.
That's such a, like a very defined algorithm.
Crazy.
So just be careful when if you do go to TikTok route, you might wind up being like a model or some shit on accident.
Look, bro,
because you posed the wrong way on the phone.
If I go on TikTok, I'm either doing I don't even know how long the videos are on TikTok. How long are they? Do you know?
You can go up to 10 minutes now.
On TikTok?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, you can do 10 minute long videos now.
Jesus. Only thing that I would only do music, purely music. No, I mean, skits are funny, but purely music. Little like music videos, like 1 minute 30 second, like one shot music videos, or I want to do. It sounds so conceited. I want to do the lyric genius thing, and really like go and like show people like, yo, when I write these lines, I'm putting a lot of thought into it.
Like when you're in like the yellow room and shit, they're talking about their bars.
Yeah,
breaking down your bars and stuff.
That'd be dope. That'd be dope.
I've always wanted to do that. There's so many things I've always wanted to do. This is one of them.
Do you ever do? Because you say you're a spitter though, and we'll be testing that a little bit later. But do you ever do like the duet videos where someone like plays a beat and they tell you to rap over it?
I did that one time. Hit Boy did that thing once, and I made a video to look a little real. I realize I suck at social media now. Like when I was trying to record, I was like, I don't know if I'm doing this right. I don't know if it sounds good. Like
I be thinking about that, man, because sometimes I overthink it. Like sometimes it's like, oh, we just put up the phone and record it, right? But then you listen and watch some of these people, and you're like, nah, they pre-recorded that shit.
Yeah,
They got some cameras in there,
yeah,
some lighting,
for real.
and they threw that shit in Adobe Premiere and made some shit to that shit.
And they made it look like it was, they made it look like it was like, yo, I just recorded this, put it on it. Nah, y'all prepared for this. Y'all was deep into it.
The one that I did, I ripped the audio. So what I did was I downloaded the video and I did video to MP3 and then put it on my recording thing and recorded it on the song.
See.
I went back to the video. I did the dual thing and then put my video on, and then I just
you kind of have to do it that way, because otherwise the quality would be shit.
Right.
That's like 9 extra steps you just described.
Yeah, exactly.
So like that, people when they want to get hurt, you have to take that extra.
Oh, for real.
Because I've heard a lot of people where I'm like, his bars are good, but this shit sound like ass. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I don't want to hear this shit.
Exactly.
Just swept to the next person.
Well, that's the thing though, like as the technology gets better and like the ease of access is easier to enter, we're expected to have higher quality shit. You know what I'm saying? You can use an AI robot to mix and master your shit now and write you lyrics and do all kinds of shit.
I'm not even going to think about that. I've been seeing it.
It's coming.
I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to let that even fester in my circle.
I'm gonna embrace the AI overlords. Fuck it, man.
Oh my goodness.
But it was funny.
Link me up.
I went the other day, and I was like, AI out here writing tracks for Drake, and I was like, let me go ahead and I asked ChatGPT. I was like, write me a track in the style of Drake and make that shit catchy. And it gave me this horrible ass fucking track.
Oh, horrible.
But it was pretty mid. But it was like the point that it was like it actually wrote me a hook verse.
What?
It was like, bruh, what?
See, now we need to go ahead and make a YouTube video where it's like we just make a whole song using entirely AI. AI written lyrics, AI beats.
That shit was funny as fuck.
AI mixing and mastering. We put that shit out. Blow the fuck up. That's scary shit though.
That is scary. That's what I went over in school though. Talking about like how AI is the future, and like simple example. You go to QT or Circle K, they got fully automated checkout.
Yeah.
You just put your thing on the bar. You don't even need to talk to they say, "Are you good?" Yeah. Oh well. Like that's the steps, and when it's turning into, hey y'all don't even have to really work here anymore. Next thing you know, people aren't working. They're using security cameras. They might have like a security robot. Now people aren't working. People are out of jobs. But that's a class.
Yeah, that's a whole different conversation, because basically at that point you have to bring in universal basic income, and then. But the good thing about that though is it allows for more time. And for me, like I'm a busy ass fucking dude. Like I work literally. If you actually look at the number of jobs I actually work for the different companies, it's probably like 10. I work a fucking lot. And so time to me is the most valuable fucking thing that I have in my life. And so with this rise of AI and me like learning all these different AI programs and being able to assimilate that into my my workflow has saved me time. More time with my son, more time with my wife, more time to hang out in my studio and do awesome shit. But there is like a tipping point there where at some point I'm gonna have too much time, right? And start turning into fucking the fat people in Wall-E.
Yeah, hey.
When I'm watching TV, you know what I'm saying?
Man.
Like, but
down the road,
that mind stimulation is like really what it's all about. Because like for me, like I do a lot of drugs or whatever, and I fucking have psychedelic thoughts, and I'm a spacey kind of dude. My whole place is called Star Camp and shit. And so I believe in like the higher consciousness and that concept. And so when it comes to like the whole AI thing, I would think I had you mentioned this in the last episode, just talking about how we're mad at AI because we don't know how it works, but we don't even know how our own human brain works.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? This thing is incredible.
Yeah.
But even us being able to sit in this room and have this conversation is a series of random events that happen in the universe for chemicals to smash together, stars, atoms, molecules, whoop-de-whoop, all for this moment to happen. And if you appreciate that moment and you kind of look back and reflect on that, it kind of shows you how incredible we are as human beings. And so I never like try to discredit AI or anything like that, because it's like we created that shit, right? Worst case scenario, takes us all over and we all die. But
worst case scenario is pretty bad.
But what I've learned,
pretty bad.
what I've learned though is that the worst case scenario really happens. It's usually somewhere in the middle. It's best case scenario, worst case scenario, then there's something
reality,
something in the middle. But you know, I'm not gonna make this whole podcast about AI. But where we at? 45 minutes is actually a good place to stop. So,
okay,
you got a show coming up tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Rocking with us over here at Star Camp.
Yes, sir.
We hope that we actually get you on more and more events, man. Because like I said, we really rock with your music, and we hope the show goes well tomorrow. And we're just gonna keep booking you and rocking with you and shit.
No, I'm gonna do my thing.
Where can people find you and find your content they want to rock with you?
Most of the time, I post my things on SoundCloud. Not all my good stuff is on Apple Music or Spotify. So I use DistroKid to distribute, but SoundCloud is pretty much my favorite. I love SoundCloud. I've been using SoundCloud since I started.
I still have all my old shit on SoundCloud.
Yeah, everything I have is on SoundCloud. Everything. Really?
Deleted it.
Damn.
Oh wow.
Actually, it was funny because I had my original SoundCloud that I had like for 12 years, and then I had a new SoundCloud that I was making beats on. So that other SoundCloud didn't get no love, but I had like 100 followers on it, and that one that I started making beats on, I started dropping beats regularly. I got like 400 followers on that shit. So
Yeah.
I was like, man, fuck that.
Yeah, I feel that. SoundCloud is where you found all my stuff at, though.
Okay, all right. So yeah, make sure you guys check out AntSoul on SoundCloud. And do you have any new music coming out soon? Any new projects? We might have to collab on some shit, man. Get you on a track with me and Voodoeyes and maybe do some shit. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
Pop some shit off.
So it's already songs are recorded, verses are already written, everything's together. It's called my next track, my next tape, my next mixtape, my next project is gonna be called Thank You for Everything.
And this is like a mixtape or like an actual studio LP?
It's gonna be
really comes down to is, are you jacking for beats or are you like getting like original production?
Yeah, I don't have any. The original production is just, it's gonna be, let me think.
Somewhere in the middle.
It's gonna be original beats I find from YouTube.
Okay.
A lot.
Well, let me know, man. We make beats too, so
that's all I need, bro. I need a beat maker.
I do all that shit. I do it all, son.
I need that.
Because the thing is, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I'm just listening to you, hearing you talk. Like, you're obviously very passionate about the music. I feel like you. I feel like with some better guidance, I feel like you'd be able to like get your head straight and like actually, visualize your success. But yeah, man, I feel like definitely don't doubt yourself, bro.
Yeah.
You got a lot of potential, and I feel like you could definitely do a lot, and definitely invest more on some like if you're dropping mixtapes, bro, drop some real albums. You know what I mean? Or singles. We definitely got beats. We got people who have beats. You know what I mean? And we can work some shit out with you. Like,
yeah,
there's no problem. But as far as that though, we really fuck with you, bro, for sure.
Appreciate you guys.
For sure, man, for sure.
Yep. So we're gonna go ahead and get out of here, but we actually will be back with a exclusive performance by AntSoul. If you want to see that exclusive performance, make sure you head over to the YouTube channel where this video will be posted. That's cultlife.com, or not .com. I don't know why I keep saying .com. Qult Life, QULTLYFE on YouTube. You can see previous episodes of Cosmic Creatives with Tay the Crown, Rocketopoulos, and Dobby Fresh, and then AntSoul's episode will be up soon. So we appreciate you guys watching. So we will see you guys later.
Peace.
Peace out, y'all. Take care.
Yeah. Awesome. Beautiful. Check it.
The smoothest styles, smooth like velvet. Niggas peep the skill, immediately got jealous. Niggas been happy as fuck, like they don't know what hell is. I've been hot dog trying to get the relish. Bask in the moment where you place to feel greatness. When it comes to making love, leave a leg shaking. If we talking music, that's head shaking. We don't get complacent. I'm in this for the love in the game's annihilating. Want a bitch with a body like Kathy Drayton, something like Bernice Burgos. Fine motherfucker, make my heart go turbo. I be overthinking shit. Yes, I'm a Virgo. Sometimes I get faded like dirt, so catch me on the vibe. We may have a hell of a time. Lately things been fine. Got some shit on my mind. Took 27 years for my shit to align. It's a passion and soul extraction on masterpieces combined. When you dedicated, only test for faith is time. Keep going. Eventually they gon' let the amateur pro in. I'm getting deep in the game like a protozoan, and we going up higher than the ozone is. First time they heard this shit, it's an explosion. Boom. I'm a beast walking out for a feast. Any rapper gets creased, careers getting deceased. We worldwide like the disease that came from the east. At the same time, blessing on the mic like a priest. Walked in with something cold, man, I made him your sheesh. It's a paradox. Niggas got static like wearing a woolen pair of socks. And we rising in the market, come and get your share of stocks. Yeah, I grew up on cold world, now I'm making it hot. So if they got a problem, tell them chumps to sit down. Better act right when soul come around. Thinking shit sweet, we taking all crowns. We jumping right now, had to shed a couple pounds. Gotta respect the sound, been bumping around the town. These niggas taking shots, so we going round for round. Niggas down bad, watch them all drown. Heavyweights slugging, lightweights not allowed. Yeah, the style's been perfected. Angels falling from the sky, my soul was selected. Practice makes better, so the growth is respected. Now the flow is classic, contagious, infected, precious. Man, all my rhymes is divine. Living in this rap race, breaking out of the bind. I've been sweating low on lettuce, recognizing the signs. My success been on my mind like all of the time. This the next level, fighting demons, fighting devils. I'm a dreamer, tough like metal. I've been streaming, never scheming, touch to settle. Just the festival for the Lord, so my tongue runs like it's the sharpest of swords. Been ripping through the chords like I've been here before. Step up to the plate, and it's home run galore. Niggas hooping, still shooting up in the gym. Man, I love it when the ball makes love to the net on the rim. That's a switch, had to hit the switch on the bitch. Slow money, fast money, just make sure it's legit. Never quit till I'm rich and wealthy, generational healthy. Nothing you can tell me, catch me on my celly. Put the time in so I know my skills don't fail me. Had some introspection, so told me don't sell me. I'll be lying if I did. That's it. I'm out. I'm cleared.